Welcome to River Country Products, where we believe in providing lightweight, high-quality backpacking gear that won't break your bank or your back. I'm Ned Stratton, and today I'm going to demonstrate the Trekker Tent 2V. We've asked our customers what they like about the Trekker Tent 2V, and their top 3 responses were, first, the roomy interior. With the large vestibule space, there's plenty of room for 2 and their gear. Second, the removable rainfly, so you can sleep under the stars on a warm summer night. And third, they appreciate the large amount of ventilation, which helps reduce condensation. Some of the key features of the Trekker Tent 2V include that it's a trekking pole tent, so that it doesn't have a complicated pull system. The tent weighs in at just 3 pounds, 6 ounces, which includes the 8 tent stakes and the carry bag. When packed down, it packs down to just 10 inches long by 6 inches around. The stakes come rolled up in the center of the tent, and the guy lines are already attached to the tent for a quick setup. The interior of the tent is 7 feet long with a 6-foot wide front door area and a 48-inch front peak height. It's 42 inches wide in the back, and there's about 34 square feet of floor space in this tent, with an additional 6 square feet in the oversized vestibule. All the seams are taped, and the fabric is a waterproof PU-coated polyester. The floor is made of a heavy-duty waterproof Oxford taffeta fabric, which is thick enough that you won't need an additional ground cloth with this tent. Inside the tent, you'll find a loop for hanging your flashlight or other gear, and a personal items pocket. There's plenty of room in this tent for 2 people and your gear. This tent is easy to set up. First, find a flat area and lay your tent out in the direction you want it to face. Like all trekking pole tents, start by staking down the 4 corners of the tent. Pull the tent tight as you stake it down, and make sure that the tent is not lopsided to one side or the other. After you have staked down the 4 corners, insert the front trekking pole into the grommet with the tip facing up and the handle facing down. Adjust the height of the trekking pole to the desired height and pull out the guy line and stake it down. Then tighten the guy line. Do the same on the other end of the tent, inserting the trekking pole into the grommet and staking down the guy line. Next, attach the rainfly, starting with the loop at the back of the tent and working your way to the front of the tent. You may need to adjust the front stake position to get the rainfly vestibule tight, as the front stake is intended to be used for both the front guy line and the rainfly vestibule. And that's all there is to setting up the Trekker Tent 2V. Here's a few tips and tricks when setting up the Trekker Tent 2V. First, zip up all the doors. It's easier to pull the tent tight when the doors are zipped. Second, all stakes should go in at a 30-degree angle, forming a 90-degree angle between the guy line and the tent stake. This will help hold the tent stake in place. If setting up on sandy or snowy ground, you may need to purchase special snow and sand stakes that are made to hold in this type of setting. However, putting a stick or a rock on top of the tent stake can help hold it in place, and can also work as a visual marker so that you don't walk into the guy lines. If there is a significant wind, it's best to set this tent up so that the front of the tent is facing the wind. Because of the shape of the rainfly, if there's a strong wind coming from the rear of the tent, you'll notice the wind a lot more inside the tent. If the tent is sagging in the middle, it's often because the trekking poles are overextended. Try lowering the trekking poles and tightening the guy lines in the front and the back, and this should tighten up the ridge line of the tent. Be careful with the carbide tips of the trekking poles. They're sharp and can rip the fabric of the tent or the rainfly. If you break or lose one of your trekking poles, it's easy to set this tent up with a stick as the rear trekking pole, or to tie the rear ridge line to a tree. This tent's even easier to take down than set up. Just remove all the stakes, put the guy lines and the rainfly on top of the tent, fold the tent in onto itself so just the floor fabric is showing, and keep folding until what you have left is just a little wider than the stake bag. Roll the tent up around the stake bag, and if you can find it, use the tie that came with the tent to tie around the tent. After that, it should fit easily right back into the bag it came in. And that's everything you need to know about the Trekker Tent 2V, a small pack-sized 2-person trekking pole tent perfect for your next outdoor adventure. If you are having any problems with the setup of this tent, please don't hesitate to contact us. We're always happy to help. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to see other great videos related to our products and some of our adventures using them. If you have any tips, tricks, questions, or feedback, please comment below.